New moon in Scorpio at 28 degrees on November 20th at 12:48 a.m. Central Time. So if you're on the Pacific Coast or Mountain Time, this is going to be on the 19th. So this moon is drama. No, it's quick. There's a lot happening with this moon. And so I just wanted to pop on and do a quick little video. I already talked about it in the monthly overview that I did at the beginning of the month for November. But this moon is worthy of more conversation, more discussion, more insight into what is happening. So as a reminder, when we are in the last decan of a zodiac sign, that last third, we're at a mastery level. So there is a completion, a mastering, a maturity that comes up with this. We are talking about the sun and the moon coming together, the unconscious and the conscious in the dark of the night. We are getting deep into the dark pockets of ourself, and there are new things being revealed. We are in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio loves secrets. So there is this incredible depth to this zodiac mansion and script that the sun and moon are using. And so we are going into the deep deeps. And this is going to happen right before they slide into Sagittarius, mutable fire. So there's this kind of like going to the bottom of the ocean and then like this eruption of a volcano that just shoots to the sky afterwards. And it really reminds me of that concept and quote of, the deeper you dig your well, the more you can hold. The deeper there is a relationship between how deep we can go with ourselves to high states of bliss and joy that we can feel. We can numb out, we can stay in that middle place and not really go into our heavy or denser feelings, but we're also not going to get access to embodied joy, bliss and love and exuberance and all of those big kind of energizing, inspiring emotions. So every time we go deeper, we actually expand our ability to go up as well. And so I wanted to mention that because, of course, anytime we're talking about Scorpio. Now, to get into the bigness of this new moon is going to be the fact that Mercury is doing his inferior Cazimi right after this. I mean, moments after this. I think it's within the hour that Mercury moves into the heart of the sun. And so when Mercury moves into the heart of the sun, that's the word Cazimi, fun word to say, it has this gorgeous halo, and it's said to be like the amazing kind of corgi on the queen's lap, kind of just so auspicious. And Mercury's mind, right? So this is sliding in to that 28 degree marker where all of a sudden it's like, whoa, illumination. That whoa feeling is made even more oomph. I need to find more language for this because Uranus, the wild card, is making a direct opposition at 29 degrees of Taurus. Okay, so this is the expect the unexpected. This is fast movement. This is shocking developments. These are things coming, from left field of like, whoa, did not see that happening or did not see that one coming. All the while, we still have this grand trine energy that's just flowing. And the little cluster of sun, moon, and Mercury are making up that Scorpio point. And then the other points, we've still got 25 degrees retrograde Saturn over in Pisces and 25 degrees retrograde Jupiter over in Cancer. And then we've got retrograde Mercury and we've got retrograde Uranus. It's so much deep internal excavation. I'm seeing it as like, we talked about the cleansing and clearing, like there's a real gift of clarity. There's, this psychic abilities coming online, and because we're dealing with Scorpio, secrets being revealed, the way that water erodes. Okay, so we think about water just like wearing down, the earth. And then as it does this, new things are revealed within the earth that have been buried. And so there is something just so stunning about this. So, I even saw one astrologer say like this feels like eclipse energy, and it absolutely does because of the conversations that are happening between these planets. Meanwhile, we still have that cutie triangle happening with the outer planets. Calm down a little bit. We moved from air into earth and water for everybody except Pluto, Lord of the Underworld. But then we have another cutie triangle happening with Pluto at the apex. So for all you astrology nerds, that's going to be between the new moon at 28 degrees. Then we've got Pluto at 1 degree of Aquarius, and we've got Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces. So much happening, so much support. So while a shocking development from Uranus can be very disorienting and destabilizing, that is by design. And there is so much support around this to hold it up and to help you move with whatever comes in. And so Uranus has been here before, and I just think it's important to mention he's at 29 degrees Taurus, which is the Pleiades star cluster. So if you have a connection with Pleiadians or Lumerians, there's something really, really stunning about this. And one of the biggest messages from the Pleiades has to do with the human heart and how very, very powerful our human heart is. And it's remarkable, like what we can feel, like the levels at which we can work with our heart. And I don't know if you've ever experienced like literal heartbreak where well, not literal, I guess heartbreak where you feel the ache on your heart. We think about imagery and artwork from the past where there's going to be, a holy or divine person. What is a picture? It's this heart, this flaming heart. There's so much attention and there's so much knowing about the wisdom and the awareness and intelligence that the heart has. The Heart Math Institute has done incredible research on just how much information, wisdom, knowing, and energy that our hearts hold. And so I feel a little bit like a broken record lately, but I have been talking so much about heart-brain coherence, which is a practice that I have been utilizing personally for a decade or more. But this time right now feels like a really important time to come back to that practice and to bring it forward. And so I'll remind you what that practice is. It is going to be a dropping in to your body and a noticing your breath and then moving it into the heart space and imagining breathing in and out through the heart space. Like I've even heard some say, I even imagine a little mouth right over my heart space, breathing in. And while doing this, while visualizing or intending your heart, breathing through your heart space, you're going to roll your eyes up and back to the third eye energy center. If this puts strain on the eyes, we drop the chin, we hold that gaze, we continue to breathe, and then you really bring on the energy of appreciation. And so you think about, what is it that I am feeling grateful for, that I am in appreciation of? And it can be anything. It can be that there is ample air for me to breathe around right now, that I am so grateful for, this able body and these legs that can carry me from place to place. I'm so grateful for this person in my life. I'm so grateful for the running water in my home. I'm so grateful for this interaction I had 2 weeks ago. I'm so grateful for my loved ones. I'm so grateful for my fur babies. I'm so grateful for my plants, whatever it might be. Just really drumming up that energy of appreciation, letting that wash over you, letting that move you into a state of coherence. One of my wisest teachers has told me that protection is not about walls, it's about coherence. And so the more that we hold our own heart-brain coherence, the more that we hold our coherence in an elevated state of appreciation, love, harmony, peace, the things that cannot match that cannot stay at home within you. This also brings up how important it is that we dive into ourselves. Scorpio says, let's go, get into it, get deep, find those traumas, find those wounds, and let's transmute them. Because Scorpio is about the energy of penetration and transmutation. So we go in deep, we find the leaden weights, we use alchemy to transmute that and to release it into something beautiful. So, okay, there's a lot of energy in that one. All right, so this is a great new moon. I mean, this is powerful. There is so much energy moving here. So I am wishing you so much ease. I'm wishing you some quiet time just to get into some sacred space with yourself. I'm wishing you heartbreak coherence. Sometimes when it's really amped up, I just am like mantra, I'm ready to heal, I'm ready to heal, I'm ready to heal. And that is what I'm doing with my breath and my appreciation practice. And remember, we don't want to use gratitude to bypass. That will not work. I mean, it will work for a little while probably, but it won't leave a lasting effect. When we are doing this work, we are not bypassing our heavy feelings by, only looking at the shiny side, because that's going to that's really going to trap you into some uncomfortable places down the road. So we want to be with what's coming up, what Scorpio is introducing, what shocking revelations are coming in from Uranus, letting that be, while also holding ourselves and remembering we can have a both and. We can be deep in our feelings, we can be heavy, we can be leaden in our emotions, while also recognizing what's working, what now, what am I in appreciation of, how has everything worked out in the past for me when I look back, how have I had certainty, looking back, saying that went exactly as it needed to go, but I'm struggling with that certainty presently to trust that things are going exactly as they need to go. Okay. I'll leave you with that. Wishing you many blessings. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. It really helps this little baby channel grow and get to the people who it could be helpful for. Again, I'm Danielle Knapp, and if you are interested in having a birth chart reading, my website is danielleknapp.com. And if you're interested in working together in a therapeutic sense and you're in the state of Texas, my therapy website is startwithintherapy.com. Okay, leaving you here. Many blessings on this new moon, and I'll be back soon.